bit easier for you to hit those shots as they rush towards you. EpiphanyBolt eventually won that. Now, Mirage is another map, and I am greatly delighted to present to you EpiphanyBolt versus RCTIC on the second map. And the first pistol, or actually the knife round is about to start here, and I don't really know if it makes too much of a deal here for EpiphanyBolt, because they feel like a team that can really adapt to whatever they need to. And they're ready. So 8 seconds remaining till we go live. And yeah, while we're waiting for the game to go live, you can obviously, as I mentioned earlier, follow us up on Game On Twitter. You can follow up the producer who's producing everything that you are seeing on your screen right now, Rauben TV, Rauben TV. And if you want to follow up me, Vaulty the King with THE, Vaulty the King. And yeah, that's pretty much it. CSGOcircle.com, obviously the guys who are hosting this tournament as well. Go to their website if you're interested in skins. And that's a quickie for everybody that is involved in this. Now, let's get into the game. The pistol round is on its way, and every single one in EpiphanyBolt's team has got body armor. Nobody has a decoy except from EasyTag. So, seeing how this is used, it's going to be really, really fun to see. He failed that even, so not too used. Sagerton is going to be able to get that first kill. EpiphanyBolt, they are forced to back off and over towards the A site, and they do have that under control, as there's one man on this A site though, and he's all by himself. Wait, is that? No. Okay, I thought there was one. I thought there was one on the site. The map fooled me because of the decoy. But ST gets 2 frags on CT, and Sagerton is coming up to see if he can get the kill from behind, as ST's in quite a spot to be shot from CT. Actually jumps down, picks up that bomb, and actually goes in for the straight up plant, which is, funnily enough, he's actually allowed to do so. Gonna be shot from the side. Finds a nice frag on the first one. Make that a 4K or 3K in this one first round. And you've got my heart beating. Sagerton, though, looks like he won't be allowing too much to happen. But ST, he will be taking that one home. And look at that. Look at that. The one round goes to EpiphanyBolt. Very lucky in the end right there. And coming down to... Oh, I mean, 1v1 situation is quite... I mean, it's the pistol round, at least. So it shows us that... I mean, ST, he got a quad, obviously. He got a quad kill, so give him that. Give him that, obviously, applause and everything. But it shows us that RCTIC, they can still go for these replies. And we were back on, if we go back to Kabul, we saw a few issues where these replies were a bit hard to obtain. Now, EpiphanyBolt, not sure if they're a bit loosened up on this map, if they're a bit worse on this map. I'm not gonna say anything. I'm not too sure on how this team plays on any specific map, so I don't want to go in too deep on that. But what we do know is that this first round actually shows us that RCTIC are smart enough to actually improve their game, at least on the closer ranges, and the widely open more areas, because they do get these replies, especially with the pistols, which is even a bit harder at some occasions. Saw coming out with a P250. Playing very, very safe just behind, knowing that, yeah, if they push, at least I've got the support play that my teammates need to survive on this B side. EasyTag goes in for one. Sagerton will be going in for another one in a moment right there. Crooner and the gang, they go in for one by one frags, and look at that. Surige and Twista are left alone here. USPS in the hands of Surige. He's just gonna go down. Twista, there's much... What is there that this guy can do at this stage? Except go for exits. Yeah, exactly. Well, that's exactly what he's going to be doing. So, yeah, they're just waiting for an EpiphanyBolt. And I like this as well. Like, EpiphanyBolt has got so much respect. If you look at this B site, just take an overview of the B site. They're still playing so safe. It's by the time that the timer really beats down to its lowest, that is the time that they start pushing. And not even then they're playing really safe. They've got so much respect for their enemy, and I've got to say, I really admire that. Really admire that. Cool beans, EpiphanyBolt. So 2-0, and third round coming up. Not too many frags by RCTIC so far into this game, which isn't allowing them to go for this half alrighty buy that will allow them to get heavy weapons, and then in the next upcoming round. X7 though goes in for one together with Mirage, and he makes that a second as he's keeping that push coming on ramp. Actually, they get down to the B site though, and they've got Glocks in hand, coming up, making sure that if there's anyone close, they're gonna have to wait. Right moment with a good pre-fire on RCTIC's members coming. Oh my god, the nades, everything is so perfectly timed by this young talent moment. Mirage, just, yeah, he picked up an AK-47 on slope, so at this stage, yeah, going in for an exit. Looks alright, make that a save. I mean, after all, you've got 3 kills together with that AK-47. Make it a fourth now. Nah. ST takes him down and doesn't really profit super well off of that after losing the AK-47. Could have been a bit eased up for them, but ayo, it is what it is. And still, Saw, doesn't really matter that he doesn't have the full nade kit right there. And if he really wanted it, he could have just, yeah, there's plenty of solutions here for them to go with. But I like the fact that they've got 3 members, Sagraton, Mirage, and Saw, not going with the head armor, because they know now that the AK-47s have been really, really strong within EpiphanyBolt so far, that it doesn't really matter whether we have that head armor or not. However, X7, what was that? 2 misses with that ST AWP, and you get that kill. I'm not even sure, was that it? Maybe it was a scout. Let me take a good hard look here. No, it was actually an op. So, a very big tab out coming up here by EpiphanyBolt, and that one play actually might turn into to defeat of this round. But we don't want to go that far yet. Easy tag is ready on the headshots. Goes in for a first. Twista falls down. Makes that a second across the map together with Krummer as he's pushing into the A side, making it even a second for himself as he goes in for whoever is in that corner. You know what? He doesn't care. He just goes in for those kills. That's who he is. However, Sagraton and X7, they turn things around and they equalize it back to a 2-on-2 situation, making it a bit easier here for themselves as Krummer and Moment. They're playing a very, very backed off and safe play, knowing that, yeah, yup, RCTIC, there's just no chance in the world they're gonna get us if we're playing this defensive. And nope. As they say it, as they play it, Krummer and the gang know how to make this happen. Moment and Krummer, they know. They're the guys, you know, they're DE guys. That's who they are. Good plays coming up here. And RCTIC, still very, very solid on point at some points. Then again, as we mentioned, and I really got to give them this, that they go in for the replies. I don't want to say that these guys are playing bad, because they're definitely not. They're trying their hardest. And to my expectation, I wouldn't even expect them to go for this many replies after seeing some huge tab outs on Kabul. So close range kills are quite shocking, especially when Kabul is a long-range map that had a lot of issues even with the AKs and the AWPs at certain points for RCTIC. The close-range frags work a lot better, and I'm not sure if that's just because you can rush and run, but there's something with it. Twista and the I mean, sure, they got at least they got these 2 kills. They do deal damage to EpiphanyBolt's economical situation, and as long as they do have control over that, there's a small mind game going on all the time here. Whereas as long as you're the most dominating team, it's alright to buy this and that. You know, you can expect what can you really expect from EpiphanyBolt here, and that's what RCTIC has to focus on here. Not only winning rounds, but that together with economical knowledge. So RCTIC, they do have those, well, not full nade kits. Jeps doesn't have that. Is that Jeps? Is that the name Jeps, or is it Mirage? I'm not sure. I'm gonna say Mirage, but Jeps, if it is, tweet me up. I will instantly change the way I say his name, if that is the case. Hey, yo, smoke coming up. No, but it is Sorige. Yeah, Sorre. Yeah, it is. What am I thinking with? RCTIC. FFS. Jesus. I'm losing everything here. I'm losing everything. I've got a cold. Losing my voice. Yeah. This ain't good. This ain't good. Not for me, but I mean, this game, it makes my day a bit easier. I've got to say. Actually, 7 comes up from behind, makes that first kill happen, and RCTIC actually gets that first entry this time. So with that being said, EpiphanyBolt should... They will be facing some issues here, but if they do get that reply, it's in favor of them, because 4-on-4 situation for the teams can always be on expectation of the fact that there's 2 people on each side here, and ST makes it even more equalized as he goes in for a kill at the same time as ST finishes off, or as Sorige finishes off another frag with that AWP. Sagerton, though, will be bringing the 1-man advantage back to the CT side here, and as RCTIC has that in their hand, EpiphanyBolt are playing the double play by having another member going into A, and that is exactly what we need to see from this team at this stage. Hiffer makes another one happen, and Sagerton falls down. Look at that. They think this is B so bad. It's nasty. Sorige with the AK-47 coming really close. An easy tag. He's just around the corner. Sorige has his spider senses tingling, but ain't peeking with the sight scoped. And, I mean, just timing is everything right there. And he goes in for the exact peek exactly when he has to. 6-0 in EpiphanyBolt. Really close to losing their first round right there in this second map, but didn't, thanks to the fact that timing is everything right there, ladies and gentlemen. And I can't, really, RCTIC, they could have had that round, really. But, that ain't the case right now. ST goes in for the first kill on Twister right there, and Sorige is going to be rushing him, gets that kill eventually, and that's a free AWP picked up by him, so... Pardon me for the coughing. Jesus Christ, I'm super sorry. I am so sorry. Sagerton with a 5-7. An EpiphanyBolt here. Easy tag. AK-47 in the hands of him. Coming up towards middle. And this is what I was talking about earlier. Remember how I said that 2 members on each side is what you're expecting as a T in this scenario? Now, 3 people are on one side. Even 4 people are heading towards just a one side. The bomb is still in middle, and they can focus so much on doing so much more than just focusing on one side being B. They can get to A very easily without too many problems because there's no one here. There's no one here to block them off. X7 is going to try to go in for that kill. Misses out on a lot of shots and Moment. He goes in for the plan eventually. Look at that 3-on-3 situation. And EpiphanyBolt, look at the nades and everything that they've still got. The Molotov is going to buy a lot of time for Moment. Not only that, 2 flashbangs and that AG might just damage the small crap out of the last member being alive of RCTIC. They want to go for this retake, but that ain't the case. They're playing this safe, knowing that, yeah, okay, let's try and make exit frags happen. Sagerton misses out on that one on 80. Yeah, AWP shot. That ain't good. Saw though, has got his back. Good double play, Sagerton. Yeah, good. Gotta give him this. They do have, and this is what they on Cobblestone. You can wipe that off the charts because that was not the way that they were playing on Cobblestone at all. Sure, if they went in for a couple of saves here and there and played that smart by saving for themselves, but they definitely didn't have a good hold of their enemy's economical situation. Looking at this, 7-0. There's literally 7 rounds in a row that we've seen EpiphanyBolt win this, and there is still only at a maximum 4.75k, and after that 2.8k as a maximum EpiphanyBolt's team. So keep that in mind as you're watching this go by, because RCTIC, they're definitely putting up a battle right here. It's just that they haven't really got those rounds going yet. Sorige makes a good kill happen on Moment as he's coming out on middle, and EpiphanyBolt, they decide to continue to push out towards this B side, and this is where you really got to retaliate if you're RCTIC. If you could just get these kills quickly, it would ease it up so much more for you, but X7 is going to go for the reply on ST. Krumer is left alone here in a 1-on-3. Gets the kill without losing any HP. Makes that a second, and it's a 1-on-2 situation. He has to go in for the quad to win this game, or win this round. Very quiet Moment. And they're just sneaking around him. Gotta go for that plant. Here's if someone's coming up from behind. Make that a headshot. And the time is just not... What? What? Oh my... He disconnected. They will replay it. Like, these guys. Danish people, Swedish people, Finnish people, Nordic people. Overall, how can you be so friendly? Like, you're... Mwah. I love this. This is sportsmanship at its finest. This is what esports is supposed to be like. And I've had some rants on like small disputes between players before, where yeah, we're not gonna replay this round, we're not gonna reload rounds like this, or we're not gonna accept that this or that happened, or we're not gonna be responsible for that or this. But these guys they're not even professionals. And even this is something that's really weird. Professional teams, especially NAC, not only NA, I'm not gonna go over and bash NA here, but EU teams as well, in qualifiers, everything like that. You can so many times see that scenarios like this come across, and they won't replay the rounds. They will do anything to exploit the fact that something went wrong, or stuff like that. But EpiphanyBolt, they're not even pro upper professionals. They're not tier 1, they're not tier 2, they're not tier 3. Maybe tier 4, you know, if even. But they do replay those rounds, and these are the guys that are supposed to be the real role models in my opinion. These are the guys that actually show some real sportsmanship. That is what esports is all about, showing sportsmanship pretty much. So I'm just gonna give that to them. Sorry if I had a small rant. You can oddshot this if you want to, if you thought that meant anything. Put that on YouTube. I don't really... I just wanted to get that out, because there's literally tier 3 to tier 1 teams arguing about stuff like that, and just... no. Don't be that guy. It's supposed to be friendly, and if you are friendly to your enemies, they'll give it back. It's all about showing love in the end, right? That sounded very cheesy. Now, I've had my moment of talk. We're gonna get into the game again. Hopefully, EpiphanyBolt or RCTIC heard that, because both of the teams are very, very, very friendly to each other, and I do admire that to the absolute uppermost. But we're not gonna go deep into that, because it got a bit cheesy. It did, right? It did. So, welcome back, lads. Yeah, cool beans. You know, yeah, welcome back. We're gonna replay this round. You know what's up? EpiphanyBolt, really nice to their guys, to the enemies that they're meeting. It doesn't, yeah. Oh my God, be it like they're joking around and stuff. This is. Swaggerton. Ooh, new nickname. When Saw joins, you can reload, then guys will get their money. I'll try reloading run again when 50 turns back. Okay. I'm not sure what happened, actually, with their last player. If he got DDoSed or anything, but there was a small issue. I wish I could see the chat now. Actually, when I talked about that, if there was any discussion brought up by that, would be kind of cool if it became, yeah. If it meant anything to anybody. Because to me it does. Heyo. Hey now. EpiphanyBolt. What's up? What's up with their last player, RCTIC? Do they have a stand-in, though? If that is necessary. What time is it? 10:13. Alright, there we go. Finally in this one. Here we go. There we go. Something happened with my go-to-B. Let's see. Okay. There we go. There we go, ladies and gentlemen. Something happened to my go-to-B. I couldn't switch players because it was delayed when I pressed the numbers. But here we go. We're back. We're back in it. We're back in it. 7-0. And EpiphanyBolt, they do agree on replaying this round. And yeah. Very, very good sportsmanship, as I mentioned earlier. I'm not going to go into deep on that again because it was very, very cheesy. But here we go. 150 seconds and a new round and a new opportunity for RCTIC to actually take this one home again. Fair chance for them to make this happen. EpiphanyBolt, they will be doing their best, though, as they go in for 2 great frags on middle and even make that a third, as Saw is going to be coming up. Or no, Saw? Is Saw? Nah, Saw is going to die. Moment makes that a kill. Even a headshot towards short is possible here, but Boomer will be supporting him, and they will be working that together just fine on middle, as they just... It's a manslaughter, pretty much. That was quick. That was a quickie. Very cool plays coming up by EpiphanyBolt. And they do have an instant smoke. Krumer? Did he buy another? No, he didn't. He could have afforded another smoke, which is... I'm not sure if that's actually that might be... Jesus. How can I be bad at a game that I've been casting for freaking a year? I'm not sure if that's patched, but I don't think so. I think that there is... I am 99% sure that you can buy a smoke after you've already thrown one away, but I might be wrong. Sagerton goes in for 2 kills, makes that a third, almost a fourth. Easy tag, easy tag. Danish names, bros. Saw will be legging one member down at 17 HP, missing out on another shot right there, exposing himself. But Easy Tag will be exploiting that to the maximum by throwing out a couple of nades towards that area, making Saw die. But not only that, X7 will be going down, and as he's trying to reach for the player going down, and that's Easy Tag going down to slope. So very good decoy, living bait, pretty much, that nobody got hurt of from EpiphanyBolt. So 9-0, and still, and I can't stress this enough. I've said this plenty of times. I'm saying it again. Maximum 6K after winning 9 rounds in a row here. They do definitely everything that they can here, RCTIC, to at least maintain very, very stable on money in comparison to the enemies that they're facing. Obviously, hasn't really got the equipment value every single round that they're playing, but they do actually stabilize this in the best possible way, and it works at some occasions. Now, RCTIC, they do have X7 going in for a first kill inside of apartments. Not only him, but Sagerton as well, with the AK-47 picked up now. He does have a slightly bigger chance of getting a kill, but Easy Tag is still here with the AK-47 trying to make something happen inside a kitchen. They do expose themselves, though, by being a bit overconfident, I feel like, especially when you're shooting like crazy through kitchen like that. Hipper is left alone in a 1-on-3, but he will be going down to Twista with that AWP and a long-range peek. And obviously an advantageable peek for him. Bomb 1-9. EpiphanyBolt. They did lose their first round here. So, with that being said, there is a money reset going on. I'm doubting that it's gonna affect them short run, but long run, if RCTIC starts getting rounds here, it's gonna get a bit shaky here for EpiphanyBolt. They do decide to push Krumer inside of the apartments. Boom. They do get that kill, X7. Twista as well going defensive down into slope. Easy Tag, though, will be replying instantly with a couple of shots down his throat, pretty much. Twista sounded really, really brutal right there, sorry. But Twista goes down. Hiffer with the AK-47 as well. goes in for another frag, and that makes it a one-man advantage for EpiphanyBolt. If they could just get another frag here, I think it would be very, very easy for them to win this round. But they do, they don't really shake the sights here, and it's a bit worrying because you would expect, especially now that EpiphanyBolt's got such a good run, not to be so overconfident. But it feels like they're expecting them to be at certain spots that they necessarily shouldn't be on the CT, so to say. And EpiphanyBolt, they're expecting themselves to have right on pre-peaking positions and stuff, but they don't. They haven't got too much of an idea. Moment does expose himself here, so by shooting a little bit, he's actually showing them where he's at. Goes in for the straight up fake plant here, and he almost gets that kill going, but still very, very questionable play if he didn't get that kill. Could have exploited that smoke actually a lot, but then again, it was already fading. 9-2. Just thinking here, EpiphanyBolt. Look at what they got. Short run, and as I mentioned, short run, it's probably not gonna matter because it's quite obvious that they're gonna have these, pistols and small forces here and there. Doesn't necessarily affect them on the long run, but short run it does, and these are the rounds that play so much of a bigger role, because if you not only you need to deal economical damage to RCTIC right now because they start building back off of winning rounds. If you make sure they lose just one round here, you're resetting them. And that's what every single pro team would ever think of doing right now. X7 goes in for 2 frags right there. His moment an easy tag goes down. He actually makes that up for, what was that? What was that? X7, incredible play. Just switches over to that pistol. Gives no F's. You know what? He just does what he has to do. Straight out of Compton, boys. Straight out of Compton. Yeah. You know what's up. When this guy's around, stuff's going down. Well, ST's playing that passive role, and I like this because now EpiphanyBolt, this is exactly what I was talking about on top as well. They do adapt to the playstyle that they need to, and as soon as they start realizing that RCTIC does something else here, and they start realizing that, okay, RCTIC's coming out with something else here. They're not doing what they did in the early rounds or whatever. There's always a new way for EpiphanyBolt to play, and that's exactly a result of what we're seeing right now. That's really the only reason to why they're about to win this round. Mirage forces himself to back off as he's got that AWP, and saving that is probably the most essential thing he can do. ST is coming up from apartments. He's not going to allow any of that to happen. 3-10, and EpiphanyBolt, if they win 2 more rounds, I'm going to call this a game for them. But it's not over yet. Still believe for RCTIC here. There's a P90 in the hands of Saw here, so close range battle is probably awaiting him. Yeah, X7. He's already got 2 in metal. This is quite ridiculous. ST makes that one first kill happen on the A side, so Reach falls down. X7 still. Oh my god, X7, you gotta be kidding me. That just doesn't happen. That just doesn't happen. 4 kills so far. Make that a last. I'm asking you. ST is left alone here with that AK-47. He's in CT. And X7, he's got a chance. Let's see where this goes. This time starts ticking. The bomb still dropped, so a lot of pressure here on ST. That was really nasty by X7. I've got to give him that. He does spot the man out, and X7 is just so hungry for that ace. The AWP ace. Incredible play coming up by this young talent. And look at that. 4-10. We're here. We're ready. RCTIC, they're here to show what's up. And not only RCTIC, but X7, especially in this round. The fact that he aces with that AWP. The way he does it with a double kill. I mean, it kind of shows us. It kind of shows us what's up. They're ready for this. thought with that AK-47. Makes 2 great kills happen, and still RCTIC. I mean, they've got such a good control over this site. Now ST's able to push through, make a first frag happen as he's pushing through, but not entirely all the way as X7 comes out with the AWP just shooting straight through that box. But I said that if there was a point in time where Epiphany got 12 to 3, I'd call that game for them. But now that it's actually quite fair, 5 to 10, I do believe that EpiphanyBolt will stand a lower chance in actually making this the last map. Now, I'm not going to say RCTIC is able to win this. Not EpiphanyBolt either. This is still a very, very 50-50 game, and it all depends a lot on this pistol round. Obviously, EpiphanyBolt, if they do win this pistol round, it's going to be a quite ridiculous amount easier for them. But not only that, if RCTIC wins this pistol round, they do have a very big chance of a comeback, and that's what's up with 10 to 5, even 9 to 6. 9 to 6 and 10 to 5 is it's really the in between for either making a comeback or just winning a straight up game. And if you win this pistol round, EpiphanyBolt, you get that momentum going as soon as possible, you're gonna probably win this game. That's all I'm saying. To be logic here. But fire grenade coming up to damage as many people as possible as they're pushing through, but they do get these kills, and Sagerton is just on fire together with Sorige as they push out. It's a mass slaughter. No one's allowed to survive as these guys are running through and into the site. Sagerton makes another one happen, and that's easy tag going down. Krumer is left down at 21 HP, and alone on short, make a headshot happen or it's nothing. And Saw actually goes in for it, makes a kill happen right there, and Krumer falls down. So 6 to 10, and as I mentioned, combat might be on its side. super sorry for the coughing, but I've got the worst cold, really. EpiphanyBolt, I do utilize a couple of nades here at the beginning of this all to buy some time, but it's not necessarily worth it because they did invest. I think they need 3 kills here to profit off of this, and it's all an easy tag here. Yeah, he's looking for that 3rd frag, knowing that, yeah, if we don't now, we invested way too much into this to lose all of us. It's on the CT side as well, so the plant or anything doesn't really matter that much. Twista here with the P90 up on towards A. Hiffer has to make, yeah, he makes that frag happen. It's a 1-on-2, so it's enough for EpiphanyBolt, but still, very good round by RCTIC as they just jump through and straight into this site. Time is ticking. Hiffer will be going in for the kill eventually, and if he manages to get that kill, that would be really, really cool, but ain't happening today. 7 to 10, and in favor of EpiphanyBolt right now. Still very, very low on money here, and in this second half, not in favor at all, especially not equipment value wise. Looking at RCTIC, they do have, they've got what they need. They've got what's up. They've got that AK-47, the MAC-10, everything. So EpiphanyBolt, just trying to hold this down. Steven coming up from behind, and it's gonna be going in for not only one, but 2 frags. His easy tagging moment falls down. EpiphanyBolt's got Hiffer to rely on here, and if he could just get 1 or 2 frags, that would be terrific for this. Not only for the money, but for this round, because they deal a lot of economical damage here because of the fact that we're still early into the second half, and you got to keep that in mind. You got to keep that in mind. The eco damage is so important, especially at the early game, because long term, these small dollars that you lose in the very long term game might lead you down to not having enough money to buy a full nade set, or whatever that there is that you need to full fire and win a round. Next 7 finishes off the round by going in for a quick peek on Hiffer and gets the kill eventually. So 10 to 8, and RCTIC, they do win that round as well. Now, EpiphanyBolt, they do have ST on that op, and he has been wild and crazy before, especially on the T side, so taking peeks shouldn't be a problem for him on the CT side. Still, I want to say that you want to be careful with what you do here with that op. You really want to be careful. But he does make a first frag happen on the B, inside of B apartments. X7 does come by with a very nice reply though, and Easy Tag and the gang, they make stuff work. ST with the AWP as well. Krumer on Surige, 8 to 11, and EpiphanyBolt, they start going on their run again. They're resetting, not only resetting RCTIC's economical situation, but probably the mood that they're in, because after all, mental stability can be really a huge thing of this all. And the fact that you're down to a very low round, you might, this is one of the rounds that you pretty much just gotta shake off. If you start thinking about this, you're off of this, you're off of the track. And that's not where you want to be. Moment does lose a great amount of HP as they rush up towards B apartments here and try to get into this B side. Krumer will be missing out on a couple of shots, and because of that, X7 gets the kill together with Sabaton, I was about to say, but Sagerton, and they do get into this B side with a plant coming up eventually as well. The AWP is inside, and the CT, this is what I'm talking about, the CT EpiphanyBolt, they've got an op inside of the kitchen area here, and if he could just find a very, very easy frag, they could open this round up incredibly easily. But Easy Tag is still here, and they have not yet spotted him out. He misses out on a couple of shots, so still gets 2 kills, and X7 goes in for 1. He is exposed in this position, but still jumps and gets the kill. What was that? 3 kills in this one round by X7, and he saves his team from losing that one round. EpiphanyBolt, this CT side ain't yours, RCTIC, they're definitely taking this back, and 10 to 5, as I mentioned, that is what you need to get that comeback rolling. But ST, they do have him on the team, so the 1 dig is on point. X7 falls down, which is a key player for the enemies that they're facing. But not only that, they deal economical damage here, and that's exactly what they're looking for. Not only that, they earn a lot of money by playing this round as well, because they didn't invest a lot of dollars into this. So already with the 2 kills that they have, they've probably profited plus 8. Yeah, I don't know how much. Very much money, at least. The Moment is in a 1-on-2 situation. He has not got head armor here, so keep that in mind as you're seeing them pick up these pistols, because that AWP, if he comes close range with a pistol, that head armor is so essential for you. But he decides to back off, and I think, it's a fair decision to go with. And making the assumption that, yeah, there's just no chance in the world that I'm going to be able to take this one home, especially not now when they knew that I was there. So backing off, saving this AK-47 together with the armor and the smoke that I already have, and the money that I'm probably going to get from, just saving, it's just nice. So exploiting the fact that you're on the CT side is definitely something you want to do for as many times as you really can, when you know that you can't stand a chance against the enemies that you're facing. So 10 to 11. This is, yeah, I don't know what to say really here. EpiphanyBolt are just losing it on the CT side. Absolutely not on point as they were in the earlier map. And we were talking about them adapting. I really take that back on this second half, because there's pretty much, yeah, there's not much I can see that is adaptive from this team, especially not in consideration to how the enemies they're facing are meeting them with the bullets that they are. I mean, this is quite hard. Rumor with the A4, yeah, he's gonna go down. And I find it really, really hard to understand how EpiphanyBolt don't see the fact that RCTIC are doing these small things every single round, where they go in for a couple of flashes or smokes towards one area, then maybe they go to another. EpiphanyBolt, it looks like every single time there's always this mid kind of play that is really, really important for them. Whereas if they don't have mid, yeah, okay, we lost everything, we lost the map control. Mid isn't really that necessary on Mirage if you're holding all the breaking points from middle. Then again, there's a boost, and that might be what's giving them a bit of a worry. That, okay, there might be one coming up there, but still, EpiphanyBolt, they really don't need to worry about that when they're meeting RCTIC. So I'd just suggest having a long-range player towards middle. But now they do something special here. 5 nades, and they're gonna go towards B apartments, and I think this might work. I think this might work. I think this might work, ladies and gentlemen. Oh my god, if this is it. Oof, so close. Team damage dealt. X7 though, he is not afraid of everything or anything. Goes in for kills after kills after kills. Hiffer is even shot through that smoke, so 12 to 11 ain't no problem. They just threw those AGs a bit quicker. They'd actually, I would doubt that RCTIC stood a chance against that. But now that they do have the AWP ST on that op and middle, I would suggest at least, but actually he goes towards A, just as I mentioned it. This is where mid is really important to control as well. I said that you really don't need it, but no one is holding the breaking points. There, look at this. Sagertons are allowed to freely pass through middle to get into connector. EpiphanyBolt, they're not holding anything. They're not, like, sure if you've got one member to call for you, and, you know, if he dies or anything, but as long as you get that call, you need to get that info. They don't have any info at all right now, and that's what's making them lose. EpiphanyBolt, I'm sorry to say so, but... This is not RCTIC playing a very good game. It's just you losing what you had on your earlier map. I'm not sure if it's Mirage or what it is, but ain't good. It ain't good. Well, Moment goes in for the kill. Next 7 and Twista. We're left alone here to face Krumer in the end of it all, and Krumer with 2 flashbangs, A4 in the hands of him, is gonna be able to get a kill at the end of it. Also, X7. I feel like this is a fair trade actually. EpiphanyBolt, I'm not sure if they're gonna go for the buy. I would actually suggest them to do so because of the losing streak that they have. But if they win this round, they gotta go all in to win not only 1 but 2, 3, 4 more rounds to maintain the money that they invested into this and the equipment value. X7 just jumping like crazy, gets another frag, and RCTIC are on point when it comes to hitting their shots right here and right now. X7 makes another one happen, and EpiphanyBolt, they're just being beaten down to their knees. There's nothing that they can do against RCTIC right now. ST playing this very safe game inside a kitchen. Easy tag as well. And I'm not sure. I mean, he's got a mag swag, you know, a mag. Makes one happen. Makes one first frag happen. Saw his close range. Goes for the kill. Headshot ain't a problem. And it's a 2-on-3 in the end, and they go for the straight up save. ST is left alone there. Well, I did predict that RCTIC was gonna win this game if they, or not win, but I said that there was a very big chance for a comeback to happen if it went the way it went, and it went the way it went. Right? It did actually pretty much just destroy the enemies that they're facing right now. I mean, yeah, we're definitely seeing a third map. We are definitely seeing a third map. That is for sure. That is confirmed right here, right now on the stream. I am telling you, we're seeing a third map. EpiphanyBolt, there's not. They're trying to shock their enemies, but it ain't working, especially now when they don't have the reply fraggers at the right spots at the right times. X7 goes in for 2 kills right there, and X7 has been delivering really hard for RCTIC so far. I've got to give him that. Krumer though makes a 1 frag happen. It's the last round of the game, it's the last round of this map if he loses this. So just going in for the round would be most optimal. Finds one. Last one is down on slope. finds that kill as well eventually, I'm pretty sure there should be a possibility. But no, misses out on the shots and actually allows Reach to get that one game going. And a third match. Wait, what? GG? No, it's not GG. Isn't it best of 3? Heyo, wait up a minute. Heyo. Overpass it should be, right. So, overpass. If it ain't overpass, I don't know what I'll do, but overpass it should be. However, yeah, it's overpass. There we go, finally confirmed. Hey, so if you want to support me, my personal casting, and the way I cast games, go ahead and follow me up on Twitter, Vaulty the King, at Vaulty THE King, not da or de, it's the Vaulty the King, and the producer who's putting everything up that you're seeing on the screen currently, RAUBEN TV, Rauben TV, and also Game On. And CSGOcircle.com, go to that website because they're, after all, the guys who are hosting this tournament, and they're the guys who are making it possible for you to even bet on this match, I believe. So big shout out to them. We'll be back with the third map and the final deciding map of EpiphanyBolt between RCTIC in just a few. Stay tuned.